Welcome to TeamNO Solo Plays. I am your host, Jecht Blade, back again with Noire. Today we are going to do the studio secretary murder. Ooh. I want to say this is probably the 5th homicide murder I've had to do, so I think we might be in towards the end, since I know each section is only about 5 or 6 missions long, so we're getting further in the story. And of course it looks like we got another drunk lady. Hello.
Of course we will look into it. Yes, I'm aware that it's an election year. Keep a hold of your hat, Counselor. Now is not the time to lose your nerve. It would appear that someone has hocked a rose gold wedding ring and matching engagement ring. Sound familiar?
Deirdre Muller.
Press the pawnbroker and see what you can find out. The address is 348 South Main Street. The Muller case goes before the grand jury next week, and the DA does not want any egg on his face. Then get out to the railroad depot on Santa Fe Avenue. We have another poor unfortunate found this morning beside a railroad line. 40-year-old white woman.
Right, Skipper.
The guy gave his wife a cat. I said, oh.
Well, this is interesting.
Another body and Deirdre Muller's ring. The Emperor may soon have to come to terms with the fact that he's wearing no clothes.
Exactly. Did you get that book of ringers shoved up your ass? College tuition for?
Okay, I admit that was actually pretty damn funny. Might as well start with the pawnbroker.
You've got to admit, this is looking odd.
Anyone could pawn a ring.
But if you take it along with all of the other indicators...
Cole, Hugo Moeller was identified by the school's groundskeeper. He's our guy.
Witnesses have fingered the wrong guy before.
He ran, for God's sake.
And he always maintained he was set up.
Calling all cars. Citizen reports officer needs help. Shots fired. Down. 6th Street and Lindley Place.
Ah, shit, I should have taken that turn.
Handle code 3 identified.
I was going to try turning down that alleyway, but no! There had to be a whole lot of cars. Whew, that was close. Okay, we are here. You know, I actually haven't ever been to a pawn shop. Granted, there are some near my house, but still.
Detectives Phelps and Galloway, LAPD. You have a rose gold wedding and engagement ring?
David Bremner. Am I gonna get something for this pledge? Gave that bum money, now you guys are gonna leave me short.
How much did you give him?
50 bucks?
Try another number.
20?
Try 10. Feel lucky you're getting it.
I have the rings right here.
What's this mark here?
Maker's mark. Usually traceable. That one came from Hartfield's Jewelry down on Broadway.
Thanks for the tip. Does this mark mean anything?
Hallmark. Gives you an idea of the quality.
Okay.
What have you got on the guy who brought these in?
Goes by the name of Percy B. Shelley. Gave an address. 15 Poland Street, London, Tulare County.
Can you give us a description of the man who pawned these rings?
Not sure. Medium height, medium build, dark hair, I think. Sorry. He just had one of those forgettable faces.
We'll be in touch, Mr. Bremner.
Now to the rail yard.
We have a problem.
We could have the local troopers check out the Tulare County address.
The address is bogus. The perp is having fun with it.
Oh,
If we
shit!
survive this, it's gonna be a miracle.
The address is bogus. The perp is having fun with us. The guy who's been sending the Dahlia letters is also the guy who pawned his rings.
How do you figure that?
Percy Bysshe Shelley wrote the poem that came with the Dahlia letter. The Dahlia letters are genuine, but the man who killed Elizabeth Short may have also killed Deirdre Mullen.
And how do we prove that, Phelps? Skipper ain't gonna like this one bit.
We're gonna have to rely on this guy tripping up on his own vanity.
This officer needs help. Bank of America 7th and Olive. Officer needs help. Bank of America 7th and Olive. A 211 in progress and shots fired. Unit to handle code 3. Identify.
Cool. Well, that's interesting. Why is everyone insisting? Well, I guess if you have an accident, people typically get out of their cars. This isn't GTA where you're a psychotic killer just going rampant through the city. Ah, shit. I have to admit, I'm kind of happy to see the bright blue sky again in this game. Because that last mission, it was just blah.
Jesus, Phelps!
I don't know why I'm doing such a shitty job driving today. There we go. Okay.
You boys ready? Follow me.
We should keep this development with the rings under our hat until we speak with the captain.
We're all on the same team, Rusty.
Chain of command, Phelps. The skipper will decide who needs to know. Got it?
I get it, Rusty. Park, isn't it?
Yeah. I look after all the rail depots.
What have you got?
The Negro, Nelson Gaines, called it in. I came down here to make sure him and the other guy, Jameson, stuck around.
Jameson found the body?
Something like that.
Yeah, this is the
Guy
fifth
makes me
one.
sick.
We'll talk to the
I was
coroner.
just checking my
Keep an
notebook.
eye on both of them.
I don't feel like screwing around. Which part this time?
Maybe someone at Mensch's will remember her. shit for personal items, not booze.
It's an angle worth investigating.
Huh. That's interesting. What over here? To harass her accused, I'm ready to apologize.
Someone was trying to get her to come home.
Where the other half of that letter is.
You could go over to the lot and see what they know about her.
That's gonna be difficult, Cole. Keystone Studio lot closed back in 41.
That's unfortunate. Oh hey, she has clothes on this time.
What are you thinking, Ray?
The city keeps tossing us dead bodies. We're just running to catch up.
What have we got here?
White female, approximately 40 years of age, lipstick smudges on the face, but no writing, at least nothing legible. A blunt force trauma to the temple, nose, and eye regions. Ligature marks point to the probable cause of death being strangulation.
Any idea of the time of death?
From her temperature, after midnight would be my guess. We can talk about it later, Phelps.
That's one thing I appreciate about this game. You can't just, walk on the body. You actually
Another missing
take a
ring.
step over.
Certainly seems I've been swabbing a lot of bare fingers recently.
Well, looks like only one piece of jewelry was taken. At least ring-wise.
Smell?
Very good. There is the usual evacuation smell, but it appears she's been living rough for quite some time.
Very strong smell of alcohol.
Well, the autopsy will tell, but I would assume that she was inebriated.
Can you be more exact about the time of death?
No later than 2 a.m. The state the body was in, a 1 or 2 hour window is the best I can do.
Well, that's it on that. So, time to go talk to
Detective
this guy.
Phelps and Galloway, homicide. Can you tell me exactly what happened?
We were shutting cars over to the main line when I saw this man here lying on top of this woman. The woman wasn't moving and seemed to be in a bad way.
What time was this?
About 7:30 this morning, sir.
Thanks for your help. Have you given Patrolman Hart your details?
I have.
Thank you. You can go now.
Oh, I thought it was going to be an interrogation. Alright, easy enough. Conveniently, there's a game well over here. Note how they seem to always be in the most convenient of spots.
Cole Phelps, badge 1247.
How can I help, Detective?
Pardon me, I
an
needed a
address
drink.
on Levine's Liquor. Closest store to the Santa Fe Avenue rail yard, if possible.
Just a moment, Detective. Closest store would be the one at 939 South Hope Street.
Thank you.
Okay.
advice?
I'm pretty sure we didn't join all the dots at that crime scene, Belt. Let's go back.
If you want a full report, you have to let me work.
Nice day, gentlemen. Want to leave me alone so I can get some work done? Go play in front of the trains. Excuse me, I'm short on time.
Detective Phelps, LAPD homicide.
John Ferdinand Jameson.
We need you to answer some questions, John.
If you don't mind, I prefer Ferdinand.
Don't push your luck, knucklehead.
What were you doing to the body, Ferdinand?
Are you sure you won't be upset?
Try me, Ferdinand.
I was kissing her. It's not against the law.
Shut up.
There's no law
Take
against
your
it.
beating like a man.
Turn out your pockets, Ferdinand. Classic Carmine.
Probably the one to do the writing.
Is this yours, Ferdinand?
No. I found it near her purse. I thought she could use some lipstick.
Rusty, stop. Don't hit him. You went through her purse?
It wasn't like she needed it. I took a look.
Did you take any money?
Wasn't any to take. I found her lipstick and her matchbook over on the mat. Not much else.
You found the body?
Yes, I did. I work here. I was coming off shift and headed home.
Why didn't you report the body, Jameson? Do you know how this is going to look to a jury?
A jury? What gives? I could tell that she was dead. I came through here about midnight last night. She wasn't here then.
Let me belt him again.
You're under arrest, Jameson. We'll see how this plays out. Until then, you can think a little on how you'd like to be treated if you were found dead.
I'm telling you, it's not illegal. Me and some friends of mine...
Thank you.
Clyde, you get this sack of shit into a cell. I'll deal with him later.
Sure, Rusty.
Okay, I think we're done here now. Normally,
you know the way.
I say don't, hit people in interest, but that guy kind of deserves it. I don't care how desperate you are, just no. Just no. I don't want to deal with a necrophiliac on this one.
It reads that those goddamn Chinese want to sell the relief food that we're sending them?
Yeah, I read about that.
People are starving. They can't do that.
Want to sell the food to fund the civil war against the communists.
Really? Guess that's okay, then.
Armies can't fight without food. You spend all your money on weapons, but you still have to have the will to fight. Fortunately, the Reds will win in China.
Watch your mouth. You know what you're saying?
The people of this country overthrew a king. You think the Chinese will balk at an emperor if they are starving?
He's not wrong. Just a grim reality.
Drink, fellas.
Phelps, Galloway, homicide. We need to ask you some questions concerning Evelyn Summers.
I'm Walter Mensch. Evelyn Summers? What is it now?
You knew Evelyn?
As well as I wanted to know Evelyn. She's a pain in the ass, always coming in here, cadging drinks, never had any money. She was in just a couple of nights ago.
Did she ever tell you where she was staying?
I don't know.
I think she was living rough. She had that kind of stunk about her.
Who did she drink with?
Yeah, a bunch of these guys. Ask around.
Fun.
What's your name?
Grosvenor McCaffrey.
Mind if I ask you some questions, Mr. McCaffrey?
I'm just a starving writer, detective. What do you want to ask about?
Evelyn Summers, and why she was found beaten and strangled in the rail depot on Santa Fe.
Okay. I see your point.
How well did you know her?
I can't say that I knew her. It was more like I was aware of her.
Did you see Evelyn last night?
No. I was at home. Writing.
Can anyone corroborate that?
Good choice of word. Am I a suspect?
Do you have a criminal record, Mr. McCaffrey?
Nothing serious. I've had a few skirmishes.
You want to save me some time, or do you want me to look up your file?
Industrial disputes, strikes, workers' rights, that kind of thing.
A regular fifth columnist. Nice to meet you, comrade.
Thank you for the information, Mr. McCaffrey. You a friend of Evelyn Summers?
Who's asking?
Very cute. You know who's asking.
I know my rights. You don't have any. Answer the question.
Evelyn mooches for drinks. I don't have any time for that.
Was that so hard?
Keep writing me, copper.
You're free to speak to the regulars. Just don't shake them too hard.
I don't know, I have a really bad feeling about that guy right there. I don't know, something just doesn't feel right.
One more time, pal, and I'll break your fucking jaw.
Friendly.
Any ideas?
I say we try the liquor store next. I could get a short dog for the car.
Well, since there's not anyone else here. I don't know, I almost feel like that guy there was...
You're behind the wheel.
I don't know. Yeah, that writer guy gives
McCaffrey?
me no...
There'll come a day. It's coming very soon. We'll run him and the rest of his pinko buddies out of Los Angeles.
Samantha's a suspect, Rusty.
Sunflower seeds. Haven't had these in a long time. More of a peppermint guy myself.
What can I do for you?
LAPD, Phelps and Galloway. We're making inquiries into the murder of Evelyn Summers.
Evelyn? She's dead?
You knew Evelyn Summers, Mr.
Robbins. Yes, I knew Evelyn. I was a good friend of her ex-husband. She kept some of her stuff here.
Can you show us, please?
Sure. Come this way.
Uno momento. Okay. I thought that cutscene was going to go a wee bit longer.
He's joking, Mr. Robbins.
She kept to bed here, but I probably shouldn't have let her. An alcoholic in a liquor store, that was never going to work out, was it?
She wasn't always such a loner. Evelyn was reading Aristotle.
Evelyn wasn't stupid. The stupid thing about her was
And she was borrowing books from Grosvenor McCaffrey.
Yeah, like I said, I'm not... I have a bad feeling about that guy. Hey, what's that over there?
I'm guessing Evelyn hadn't held down a job for quite some time before she was killed.
Oh yeah, I wonder if it's from that movie lot.
Rollins bowling alley. Maybe Evelyn did something other than drink in her spare time.
Maybe she got some
I know
spares.
that. Corner of 9th and Graham. A lot of cops bowl there on Tuesday nights.
Okay.
When exactly did Evelyn work in the pictures?
a few years ago. She worked in legal copyrights for music.
Wait, was there... Oh. Wait. Okay. Just wanted to double check. I guess I need to just talk to him now.
We're trying to account for Evelyn's movements yesterday.
She came by in the morning.
A social visit? To pick up some of her things?
She had a couple of bucks and bought a quart of rye.
Any idea where the money came from?
She didn't mention it, but she did say the booze was a present for a boy. She said they had been fighting and she had to make it up to him.
Huh.
Were you and Evelyn close, Mr. Robbins?
Not many people will be sad she's gone. I'll be one of the few.
When Evelyn bought the booze, did she say who she was meeting or where she was going?
A young drinking friend of hers, I think. Don't recall his name.
You know a friend of Evelyn's by the name of McCaffrey?
Not personally.
Damn, this guy's hard to read.
We're struggling for leads, Robbins. Did she know McCaffrey?
She idolized him. From what I gather, the feeling was far from mutual. He seems to peddle a revolutionary stance, fixing the ills of society. You could see how it would appeal to down-and-outs like Evelyn.
Thanks for your help, Mr. Robbins.
No problem. Hey, I'd like to make arrangements for the funeral. You think I could get in touch with Evelyn's mother?
Put in a call to the watch commander at Central Station, Mr. Robbins. He'll be trying to reach the next of kin.
Thanks. Get the guy, huh? Evelyn never hurt anybody.
Well, you can tell he genuinely cared for her. That's sweet of him.
You drive. I need to go over the case notes.
Where exactly are we going?
We'll go to the bowling alley next.
Car 11K, Car 11 King, come in. Car 11K, Car 11 King, KGPL.
11 King.
A message from Captain Donnelly, return to Central, go to.
11 King, en route.
Huh?
Let's not keep the man waiting, Phelps.
Enlist now at your...
That bum took a swipe at me, I'd put him down with my staff.
It's like code 2.
Captain is downstairs with Ray Pinker and Carruthers.
Oh shit, they probably got more evidence from the Black Dahlia.
I'm just praying the prince comes through so I can nail this son of a bitch.
What's this about, Captain?
Ray and Mal have some concerns over the Henry and Muller cases, which I don't want aired outside of this room.
The evidence is solid, Captain.
I agree, Rusty. It's just that corpses keep piling up.
Copycats.
I've been banging the same drum. But the notes and the lipstick messages.
Evelyn Summers, Cartel Classic Carmine. Each woman, same brand, same color.
Teresa Terrelson didn't have a lipstick message.
Technically, you're right, Rusty. She didn't have any lipstick, but she did have a message. We found it beneath her dress, scraped with a sharp stick.
What did it say?
You sure you want to know?
Ray?
As far as we can be sure, it said Cunt BD.
That's one way of looking at it.
Looking at what?
Cunt is all about access, fellas. You're married. Yours is mortgage. Some of us like to pay by installments. This guy doesn't like to pay at all.
Why are you so angry, Mal?
Because I just had to fire one of my assistants. He was a friend of Jameson's. God knows what he might have been up to.
Captain, we have good leads in the Summers case, but it's up to you to decide how we proceed.
Keep this under your hat for now. And follow up on Evelyn Summers. I want daily reports.
We got our orders. Back to the Summers case. Get an address for McCaffrey. He'll have blown the bar. I'll meet you outside.
I'm telling you, it'll never...
Oh, there it is. I'm like, where's the phone?
Operator, give me dispatch.
Putting you through now.
He ran the letter
Phelps,
on
badge
Olympic.
1247.
Finally collared him at the temple.
How could I help, Detective?
I need an address for a Grosvenor McCaffrey.
Grosvenor McCaffrey. Apartment 6, 126 Yale Street, between Ord and Alpine.
Thanks for your help. Can you drive to this one?
Fine. Where are we headed?
Nope. No, I want to go to the bowling alley first.
Let me pose a question. Depends. What's it got to do with it? Morals. Would it bother you to put the wrong person away? Depends. On what? On whether anyone except the poor son of a bitch in the Slam River found out.
That's a little worrying. What are we going to find here? Crawling bowling. I haven't been bowling in a while. It's fun. I remember doing Connect Bowling and just granny rolling it and got
Hello, Rusty.
almost a
Two on your
perfect 300
usual
game
lane?
from it.
I'm Detective Phelps. Homicide.
You must be new. What's your shoe size?
We're conducting an investigation, ma'am. Do you know the name Evelyn Summers?
Sounds like I should. Oh, maybe it could be Jimmy's friend.
Jimmy?
James Tierney. He's a pin setter. One day he introduced me to a lady after work. It stuck in my mind. Because she was much older, too old for him.
Where can we find Jimmy, Florence?
He'll be hopping around the lanes toward the back.
Thanks, ma'am. Let's go get him.
She seems nice enough.
Tiernan, LAPD.
Son bitch.
There.
Ooh. That's a sweet looking car.
What are you waiting for? Get after him.
We might go faster if we weren't carrying the extra weight.
Did you seriously make a fat joke at him?
The lanes attract a fast-living individual with money to burn.
Or a middle-aged individual with the need to feel virile.
I'll try to shoot out his tires. Wish me luck.
Another runner. Well, at least we've got a suspect.
Why do they always run? I'm sure we've got the wrong person in more than one of these homicides, but they always seem to lam it.
You know, your theories are not airtight by any means.
Phelps, you gotta get me closer.
You suck at shooting.
Hit him, Cole. Spin him out.
If this isn't the killer, we can at least get him for reckless endangerment.
That's unless he runs into a wall and saves us all the trouble. Come on, Phelps, you're losing that little weasel.
Fuck.
Whoa, looks like we're going in.
I didn't expect him to make that turn into the park.
Tiernan!
What are you waiting for? Get after him.
We might go faster if we weren't carrying the extra weight. These are flashy cars to be parked outside a bowling alley.
The lanes attract a fast-living individual with money to burn.
Or a middle-aged individual with the need to feel virile.
Keep it steady and I'll try to bust his tires. Hit him, Cole. Spin him out.
Another runner. Well, at least we've got a suspect.
Why do they always run? I'm sure we've got the wrong person in more than one of these homicides, but they always seem to lam it.
You know, your theories are not airtight by any means.
Hit it. Clean this asshole off the road.
Okay.
Don't go to sleep on me. Get me back in close.
If this isn't the killer, we can at least get him for reckless endangerment.
That's unless he runs into a wall and saves us all the trouble. That is the end of that. It's about fucking time.
Hands behind your head.
Yeah.
You can drive.
And where exactly are we going?
Excuse me. Man, I have been having the sneezes today. Oh, man.
McCaffrey's in apartment 6.
Okay, so apartment 6. That's 3 and 4, so we have to go up. So I guess this holds 8. Yeah, 5 and 6. Right here.
Doesn't look like anybody's home.
Kicking it in.
Terrible shame. Means there's nobody to let us in. Want to do the honors, Phelps?
This isn't what we're looking for.
The Last Bastion. Oh, Bastion. I love that game. Hell, the narrator of that game. I love the old Western types of voices. Those are some of the coolest in my opinion. Well, anyway, back to the case at hand.
Incidental.
Hello!
Torn from the letter we found beside the body. At the very least, I'd say it ties McCaffrey to the scene.
What's this?
Don't think this is anything.
But that's really, really,
He said he was at home. He said he didn't know her. And we have the book.
Let's see Carruthers argue his way out of this one.
Is that you, Grosvenor? Who are you guys? What are you doing in here?
We're from the LAPD, ma'am. Do you know where we might find McCaffrey?
I'm his neighbor. Is he in trouble?
Look, lady, we need to find him, and in a hurry. Are you gonna give me trouble?
He has a pigeon coop up on the roof. He spends his mornings up there when he's been drinking.
How do we get up there?
Down the hall and up the stairs.
Drunk and in command of a carrier pigeon. Surely we can write him up for that. A citation, at least.
Hmm? Huh.
The women don't find you handsome, they should at least find you handy.
Pigeon. Didn't I go through one when I was trying to find the...
Grosvenor McCaffrey!
Running on a hangover?
Go, my birds! Save me! I knew I had a bad feeling about him.
Runner McCaffrey, stay and fight the good fight.
McCaffrey, you're under arrest on suspicion of murdering Evelyn Summers.
That looked like it hurt.
We need to get downtown and wrap this thing up. It's got to be McCaffrey. Unless Tiernan set him up. I don't think that asshole Jameson did that, do you? Now, whoever did it. So what's that Dahlia fuck?
How do you know that McCaffrey didn't do the dog?
We have a list of over 200 suspects. His name was never on it.
If you think the list is exhaustive, Rusty, who am I to argue? Listen, let's just work the case at hand, shall we? Then we can sit down and put all the puzzle pieces together.
I don't know. He seems like the type that would be the Dahlia. Just for the sheer fact of he's very intelligent, he seems much he has a higher intelligence than most of the other suspects we've had. The fact that, you know, he gave Evelyn that book, and I don't know, just something in my gut says it. But leaving a bloody wrench, well, lug wrench, and sure, it seemed uncharacteristic.
You sure you can make it stick with one of these suspects, Jim?
It's either McCaffrey or Tiernan, sir. I think Jameson is an aberration.
All right. I'll deal with that degraded lunatic myself. He's got some fearful retribution coming. Tiernan isn't one, McCaffrey isn't two. I want a confession from one of them. Don't fail me, young fellas.
Well, I haven't even talked to Tiernan, so I mean... So I think I'll go talk to him first.
Why did you run, Tiernan?
I was the last one to see Evelyn that night. I knew you would think it was me.
Can you describe your relationship with Evelyn?
I barely knew Evelyn.
And what did he say? Barely knew?
Sounds like half an answer to me, Tiernan. Were you sleeping with her?
That's none of your business.
Aristotle's Metaphysics, the book that belonged to McCaffrey.
McCaffrey saw her looking at her once and laughed in her face.
And you're saying Evelyn stole it?
She wanted something of his.
You don't like
Fuck!
Do you, Tiernan?
He's full of the common man routine, but he props up a bar like the rest of us. Evelyn thought he was going to be a great novelist. He had nothing but vitriol for her.
You and Evelyn were drinking together last night, and she had no other place to stay.
I don't know what happened last night. I don't remember.
If you don't give me some reason to think about this, Tiernan, I'm gonna have to go to the DA.
I drank half a bottle of scotch. I don't remember a goddamn thing.
Do you own a car, Tiernan?
No, I don't.
Have access to a lug wrench?
No, we use a lot of them to clear jams in the pin setting machines.
Evelyn was beaten to death with a lug wrench. We found a wrench at McCaffrey's apartment.
Son of a bitch, I had just dropped this one.
He had nothing but hatred for me and Evelyn.
Evelyn was missing a ring from her right hand.
That's strange. She always wore it. Big black circular disc with a white E in the middle. It was made from an old typewriter key, a present from the prop department at her old movie studio.
We're going to talk to McCaffrey. You need to think about what you've told us, Tiernan. You're not in the clear.
I want to make homicide. I mean, you know you've...
God, I just dropped the fucking ball there. I cannot read him properly. One cell's lineup gallery.
You ready to answer some questions?
You think I have all the answers?
People who run from the police usually have something to hide.
Touché, detective. Let's see where this takes us.
You told us you barely knew Evelyn Summers.
She hung around sometimes. I had very little to do with her.
Okay, he's not looking at us, so I think he's lying. I'm gonna use intuition just so... Okay, so yeah.
You'll have to do better than that, Grosvenor. We know about you and Evelyn.
Evelyn was a lush, and a boring one at that. You can't link her to me.
Okay, so it had to be the book.
We know that you thought enough of her to loan out your copy of the Metaphysics.
I what? I did no such thing. That bitch stole that book from my apartment. The impudent fucking moron.
And that made you angry?
Angry? I was livid. Looking up at me with that stupid face of hers, begging me to forgive her. Ah. Very good. That's one to you, detective.
Evelyn died sometime around midnight. Remind me, where were you?
I was at home, writing. I'm working on a manuscript.
For a boy after an argument.
You're gonna need to do better if you don't want to swing for this.
I was having a political meeting in my apartment.
Cheese and crackers for the 5th columnist.
Some of these people will corroborate your story.
I won't give up names of party members.
Good. Your funeral.
It's either gonna be you or Tiernan, Grosvenor.
Make it stick, detective. The party has good lawyers.
Operator, message for KGPL.
Putting you through now.
Homicide.
Cole Phelps, badge 1247.
How can I help, Detective?
I need the jacket on a Grosvenor McCaffrey.
Just a moment, Detective. McCaffrey was formerly under surveillance by the Red Squad. Conviction for petty theft. Dishonorable discharge from the Army during training at Syracuse. Assault on a local woman. Says he almost beat the woman to death.
Thanks. I'm at a loss.
So what next?
Put the heat to one of them, Phelps. Your choice.
Tiranan had access. I guess I need to talk to Mr. High and Mighty.
You were in the war?
Yes, I was. Seeing the things that I saw. It changes a man. I came back here determined to change things. All I wanted was a pen and an opportunity to speak out.
You told us before that you had only minor run-ins with the police. You didn't mention petty theft.
Never been in trouble for violence. That's the salient point here, isn't it?
You're lying, McCaffrey. You have a history of violence towards women.
How do you turn a couple parking tickets and a petty theft misdemeanor into an assault charge?
Because your criminal record says it, dumbass.
We know all about you and your dishonorable discharge. Beating some poor woman near to death in Syracuse. You've never been in combat, McCaffrey. Your whole life is a fraud.
She was a goddamn peasant whore. She tried to steal from my wallet. I could have fought for this country. I could have.
You beat her because she stole from you. Because she tried to outsmart you.
The ignorant audacity of the bitch. What is a man supposed to do? Sit there and take it? How is a man supposed to call himself a man?
And Evelyn Summers, a poor, drunken nobody, stole your book.
And she got what was coming to her.
Grosvenor McCaffrey, I'm
Oh,
charging you with
yeah.
the murder of Evelyn Summers. She was a sad lady who never hurt anyone except herself. I hope God finds a way to forgive you.
Holy shit.
Congratulations, boys. You bagged the fine catch. Another red to boot. Grand. Now, I want you to put this business about a repeat offender out of your mind. This McCaffrey creature shows no remorse. And neither will the grand jury. You would have to walk a long mile to find a better candidate for an unmarked plot in the prison graveyard.
Fuck, he has anger issues. Fuck, that was a little intense towards the end. So, with that being said, this closes this case and ends this episode. Join me again next time. Like, favorite, and subscribe if you're enjoying the series and would like to see more. Peace.